When I was deciding what university to go to, I had actually decided to go to a different institution than Texas Tech. I did end up here. Growing up in high school, my mother was one of those super mothers who, she was the sponsor of every activity I'd ever gone to, every FFA trip. She went to every sporting event. All stock shows, she was the stock show mom. Everybody loved my mother. So when it came time to go to orientation, I told my mother it was time for me to go and do this on my own. So I actually traveled to that institution with one of my best friends and her mother, and I left my mother behind. So when it was time for me to leave for orientation, my mother did give me a little card with my social security number and all important information, because back then we didn't have cell phones or anything. So I took off with that sheet of paper, knowing that I could do whatever I needed. I was independent at that point. Well, when it came time at orientation, I realized it was quite a bit larger than I had realized. I kind of got lost a little bit. It came time to take math placement tests, and guess what? I couldn't find that little sheet of paper that my mother had given me. So instead of asking questions, I made up numbers and filled out that math placement test. Went to my advisor and they kept saying, we can't find your math placement test. Still, I did not tell people that I had made up numbers, and they just thought it was lost in some kind of pile. So when I came home, in tears, I told my mother I was not going to go to school there, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I had lost all of my confidence, and it really all stemmed from me being afraid to ask a question. So if you don't know the answer to something, if I can give you any advice at all, please ask questions and know that other people have been in your shoes. So anyone in this room, or come find that crazy associate dean that actually made up her social security number because she didn't want to ask a question.